Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders from across the globe. Welcome to the 2113th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni. Traders, exciting evening. Thursday night, I've been preparing you all week long for the possible double top in Nasdaq, and here we are. So it looks like Nasdaq is absolutely testing the Oscarism known as, when we see a double top, we sell a double top. So that basically is what I've been showing you all week long, that when we finally get here, there's a certain way we must behave. Now, we know not every double top is going to work, but the percentages are so high that they should and do work that we have to take this trade. So all week long, I've been telling you we're going to stay long till we get up there. And once we get to that double top, we'll probably take a short position. Well, Omni once again killed it for us. We had another great day on OMNIX, right? The trades that I put out to OMNIX all over the globe at the same moment. So when we're trading, there is no taking it back from the internet. I can't make these trades up. Omni's just been killing it. But you know, there's a lot of risk in this game. There's inherent risk. Futures is really risky. Trading options is really risky. Trading stocks. If you're trading anything attached to Wall Street these days, the inherent risk is large. Never trade without stops. Know you can lose more than you have in your trading accounts. Know this is certainly not suitable for everybody. You got to be the right personality with the right amount of money to play this game. If you know the risks and you place stops first before you trade, let's move forward. So, when we see a double top, we sell a double top. We know that's a rule. Not every time that will work. So just know that it possibly might not work. However, the Omni flips to red right when we get near that double top. It's a dream come true for me. Me and the OMNIX are going to make, hopefully we're going to make some good points again on Friday like we did on Thursday. But this time from the short side. We make money on the long side on Thursday. So, once again, we're testing the Oscarism, and we know that our job, even though it's not going to work every time we do it, is to sell those double tops when we see them. So we are doing that with the help of Omni, because Omni turned red in agreement, and I love that. Just right on time. And the dollar has been dropping, and that move is starting to wake up commodities. Copper, soybeans, they're starting to go. The lower that dollar drops, the faster those commodities will start to go up. And this does create a whiff of inflation. And if you've been paying attention, there has been some little bit of inflation starting to happen. Interest rates are rising a little bit. And where's inflation coming in? Well, if you own a restaurant that used to house 100 people per night and you can only have 50, are you not going to raise your prices? It's going to happen everywhere. We will be paying for the corona-safe convenience of having less people in these buildings and less people in these, wherever you're at, restaurant, bar, you name it, but the price of everything is going to go up a little. So maybe we get a little whiff of inflation. The dollar moving down, certainly going to buoy that. And then things like copper, the commodities like copper, soybeans, and others that are starting to go will help. Now, I'm not saying we're going to have hyperinflation and worry about it. Inflation can be good if it ticks up a little bit. So we should get a little bit of inflation, nothing to worry about, out of this dollar move. We'll see where that goes. So traders, I've got some fantastic charts I want to show you. I believe you're going to like what you're about to see. Remember, I've been working us towards this double top all week long, right? I can't tell you a double top will work, but I can tell you how to behave, how we should behave while we're in this type of trade. That's what's happening in this video. So the charts will show you how to behave as I did all week long, getting towards this double top. Traders, remember, I'm holding an Omni camp for only 3 students. It is the last weekend of this month, last weekend of June. Now, I've already got 1 student that I've approved his application. I've only got 2 open seats left. Send me your applications at livewithoscar.com. Omni Camp will happen here in Las Vegas the last weekend of June. 3 people, as I said. We're using 50% occupancy rules. Everyone's got Omni face masks, and we've got plexiglass installed. We've already held 1 camp with 50% occupancy, and it was quite a success. So we're going to hold another. I've got one seat that I've already approved. I would like to see a few more of your applications come in, and I will finally approve 2 more. Send your applications. Come right to OmniCamp. Well, send your applications to me by going to livewithoscar.com. Click the OmniCamp banner. It's always above each page on the site. Fill that out. It's a couple of quick questions, and I'll call you to qualify you for one of the 2 remaining seats. Okay, traders, now that that's out and you've heard about the OmniCamp with only 2 seats left, hurry up, don't waste time, because they certainly will go. Hopefully it'll be you. With no further ado, let's go look at some charts.
My expectations when I came here were to help me achieve more consistency and provide me with a more simple approach to trading futures. And that's exactly what Oscar has been able to provide in the camp.
I did not expect to learn everything I learned in just a few days and as quickly as I did. So it just shows how good Oscar's system is.
I just wanted to do it right without making the same learning mistakes that are so expensive and so costly from the best. And he is the best.
I used to play golf, so he's like the Tiger Woods of golf, is the analogy I would use.
A lot of these other people say they're the best, and they say they're good. And you see what they're doing, and it's a one-trick pony would be the way we deem it. It only works in this setup and in this occasion. Oscar is honest charting. He goes through the charts, and you can play it in any market. And you're gonna be right most of the time. Way more often than not.
It really does feel personal, and you can clearly see that, you know, through all the things that Oscar's done and does, he's got a genuine interest in helping people to get better.
I've been through, you know, people sell indicators and sell you products, and, you know, you try them out, you spend this money, and they just don't work. So, but I didn't realize how exact and precise his system was. And it takes all the burden and stress out of your trading once you get it down. And that's what he makes sure before you leave the camp, that you understand the system and that you're using it properly.
So whilst it seems simple, you know, oftentimes the simplest things are actually the hardest things to come up with. And so Oscar's certainly been able to narrow down to something that is simple, that he can teach people, and that people can actually go away and implement, right? Everything that you learn here is stuff that you walk away thinking, yep, I understand it, I've got a good handle on the approach, the techniques, and it's easy enough for you to remember the majority of the things that you've learned because of the way that he teaches in such a simplistic manner. So you walk away feeling very satisfied that you can tomorrow, even as soon as tomorrow, go away and implement the things that you've been taught.
I was extremely nervous to come out here, extremely. So now that a lot of those things have been alleviated, I can't ask for anything more. This was great.
Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, I would recommend people to come on this course if you're fortunate enough to be selected, because, you know, not everyone gets in. So for that, I'm grateful that I was allowed to really come here.
Traders, the Nasdaq daily bar chart. I've been showing you this all week as we're getting closer and closer to the double top, that red line. Well, we just about got there. I mean, I could fill in that dot that we missed with that. That's how close we came to hitting the exact double top. And oddly enough, Omni turned red, and we are looking for a down day, at least a half of a down day, a nice big one, for trading the Nasdaq on Friday. And then there's this, the double top in the weekly. That was the daily. This is your Nasdaq. It looks very much the same on the weekly as it does on the daily, and that's so close, this dot right here basically fills it in. And that would hit right there if it would have gone as high as that little red dot. So basically, to the naked eye, that double top's already in play. And we know one thing: when we see a double top, we sell a double top. There it is. Us Omniacs will get short for this. If it doesn't work, so be it. Stops will be in and on to the next trade. But we will handle that double top by getting short. Now, on the way up, I told you that I was going to wait for the market to reach that double top and then turn around and have a down day. This is a weekly chart. That's exactly what happened on the daily. I just showed it to you. And that's why we're going to take the Omni signal for the downside, including the double top. The weekly, this won't settle until tomorrow. Friday's close will then give us the settlement on the weekly bar. Hopefully by then we'll have already gotten out of our trade and made some points on the downside of Nasdaq. Then you've got your E-mini S&P on the daily bar, looking pretty good to me. You know, maybe it'll go down with Nasdaq. It doesn't really have to, but it probably will. But it still has room up here after it has a little down move with the Nasdaq double top, if that actually happens. It still has room up here to move higher. And I think it will move higher no matter what goes on with Nasdaq in the next couple of days. A few days from now, we should be going higher. Then you've got the dollar. Now, the dollar has fallen out of this apex. I showed this wedge to you as the day it fell out. And I said, now this is putting some pressure on, the dollar has some pressure on it, and this is going to make some markets move higher. And we started to play gold a little bit until gold got bearish, and that worked out for us well. And we didn't trade gold for a couple of days, and we did again from the short side today. But based on what the dollar is doing, it's starting to tell me that now commodities may have to be bought. The dollar is starting to drop here, and now it's through the 200 ball moving average, and it dropped, you know, pretty decently on Thursday. And look what's happening instead. Look at the ride copper's been on for as long as dollar's been dropping. Look at this. Copper's looking wonderful. You know, it's all the way up to 250. It was much, much lower, like near $2 not too long ago. That's a good run for copper. And look at soybeans. The dollar moving low enough is now catching soybeans' attention. Soybeans coming out of an apex the opposite way. And look at that little run that it had on Thursday. So, we're not going to trade soybeans for Friday because it's not on my radar. But pay attention to the commodities, because as dollars go down, it makes commodities buoyant, they go up, and that does create a whiff of inflation. Traders, you've seen the charts. Now, whatever happens, double top and Nasdaq works, it doesn't work. Remember this, rule number one, the market is always right. Rule number two, if the market seems wrong to you, please refer to rule number one. Remember that, kids, no matter what it does tomorrow, it's right. We get it wrong, the market's always right. So, make sure that you try to follow the rules of a double top. If you don't understand them, come to livewithoscar.com. Come to my free live trading room. It is free for you to come to. No credit cards, no nonsense. We don't ask for proof. Just come on into the chat room and hang out with us and see where that takes you. And then remember to subscribe to the videos. Traders, subscribe to these videos. I could use way more subscribers. The work I put in these videos that you get to use is top shelf, kids. I don't know why I don't have more subscribers, and I don't really care that much, but I could use a few more. So do me a favor, subscribe to my videos, like and share them all over the internet. Let's see if we can help more people out there that can use the help, because this Omni is pretty darn consistent. All right, traders, thank you so much for tuning in. Love you, cats. Listen, well, you know what? Before I go, let me thank all of you. The comments that you wrote back to me on me talking about how we should, now that we've got one cause slightly under control and hopefully it'll never happen again, now we should start moving our cause towards helping Hong Kong. And I actually thought I was going to get a lot of really bad comments from that. But instead, you guys wrote fantastic comments back. Thank you so much. You know I'm all for people. Certainly don't want cops killing or hurting anybody. And I'm glad what we did here. But what we did here caught attention. The cops are going to be changed. They are going to be trained. You watch. The next time we hear about that sort of behavior will be a long time from now. So we made a mark. All right, so if now protesting without looting could help, let's turn this towards Hong Kong and help these poor kids. They really, really need the USA to validate their cause and help them get free. We should help Hong Kong. Please do, just like we've helped ourselves. Thank you all for your comments. Thanks for tuning in, and try to help out Hong Kong in any way you can. All right, traders, thank you so much. I will see you all at livewithoscar.com. Remember, keep your emotions out of trading. I know that's not easy, but put your stop in first. That helps. And then say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening, and you know what that is. Stop. are. All right, traders, thanks for tuning in. Go Hong Kong, and I will see you all at livewithoscar.com. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided.